Finding balance in the modern world isn't easy, but I believe nature has everything we need. I'm Frankie, a plant-based chef living on a narrowboat in one of the busiest cities. Nature is my muse and I create delicious recipes, forage wild herbs from city parks and follow nature cycles and prove that city living can be done differently. Through good food and raw, honest storytelling, I celebrate the magic and messiness of life. Today we're going to get witchy and make a potion. And to be honest, potions, I just love potions. If you've got my book, you'll know that there's like a whole chapter dedicated to the potion because I believe we all have a witch and wizard energy deep inside of us. And I think when we were younger, and I'm sure you did too, you would play like potions in the garden and mix mud and all of these things. But then, I don't know, you became a grown up and you just stopped playing. And I think for me, we drink tea, we're a culture of drinking tea. And what I did was just like combine this like drinking tea, but pimping up our hot chocolates and our cups of tea and like channeling that witch and wizard energy. And also it's a way to bring the ceremony into the everyday. So we're going to make one that's like, you know, in the afternoon where you need a little pick me up, but you just, I don't know, you want to make something, or in the morning you wake up with no energy. This is what we're going to do. It's going to have like medicinal mushrooms and ashwagandha, and it's going to have quite a lot of things. But it's going to nourish the body and embrace the nervous system and kind of wake us up so we're more ready for the day. So I'm going to use almond milk because, again, like I only really like to use things that have like 3 ingredients in them. I used to have a rule, if there's more than like 3 or 4 ingredients in something, I just won't use it because I want to know every single ingredient that comes within. So in this has got like organic almonds, sea salt, water, done. So you just want to fill up a cup. I'm having a mini cup because I just like drinking mini things. There's something about it. I don't know. It's quite comforting for me. So we're doing one in a micro cup. But the potion, even though I call it a potion and it's got like lots of amazing herbs, it's not going to like send you out of space. It's going to be like just like nicely give you a boost. Like where you would normally go for a chocolate in the afternoon or go for some like sugar, it's so much better to make this. And you can also really just bring ceremony into it, because every time I add an ingredient I'm like thinking of a thing. So for example, we've got cacao, which is a heart opener. This is the base of it. Because we just want a gentle pick me up, we just do like a teaspoon, I'd say 2 teaspoons each of cacao powder. And what this is going to do is open our hearts. So cacao is like a heart opener. It's low in caffeine, but it does kind of make you feel quite awake, but not in a way that feels like anxious or too much, because we've only put 2 teaspoons in, well, 2.5 teaspoons in there. It will just like gently wake us up. And it's like high in magnesium. It's really good if you're on your bleed as well, because it gives you kind of magnesium and iron, and we need that when we're on our cycle. So there we go. Natural sweetener, coconut sugar. When I put this in, I just think of sweetness and pure joy. You know, so every time I'm adding an ingredient, the witch in me is like adding kind of an affirmation. So what I'm doing here is like brewing kind of a concoction of like, just like beautiful prayers almost. Coconut sugar is low glycemic, so it won't give you the really high and then crash. It will just do a little bit. Ashwagandha. So this is, if you have anxiety or like thyroid, it balances your thyroid as well. It's really good to kind of helps your nervous system. And because it's an adaptogenic, what that means is it meets you where your body's at. So you just need a little bit of that. And this has been used in medicines all around the world, from China to Latin America to Africa. It is like an amazing plant. But yeah, I mean, come on, modern day world, doesn't everyone have anxiety like time to time? So you want to just brew it really low, so we're kind of not changed. So we want it to be warm, almost like a pimped up hot chocolate. A little bit of cinnamon to balance the blood sugars, but also a little bit more, I don't know, passion. I'm going with passion with cinnamon. Want more passion in my life. People that have more passion live longer, apparently. So there we go. A little bit of spice, more passion, creativity. And then we're going to add in reishi mushroom. So some of you may have worked with medicinal mushrooms before. This is called the mushroom of immortality. So again, it helps with like stress. It helps, oh my God, it helps your nervous system. It's absolutely amazing for you. Helps you kind of sleep, helps your brain. I'm just going to put a little bit in, probably like, I'd say maybe a little bit more than that. It's probably like a teaspoon in total because it's quite earthy. Oh, there you go. And because these herbs are earthy, we want to make sure there's like enough sweetener, to be honest. You need to make sure that's balanced out. I mean, that took me 5 minutes and now I have this amazing blend of potion. That's just going to blow my mind. Yeah, it definitely needs a bit more sweetener. So I've added 3 teaspoons of coconut sugar now. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, it's delicious. I started getting into potions when I went to live in the jungle, stopped doing drugs, and I was like, okay, my life's going to change now. And then I came back to London and a lot of my friends were still partying and still using lots of drugs, like kind of recreationally. But to keep up with them, I decided to start making concoctions in the kitchen. So I started to make all these like herbal highs using like plants. And I've got one in my book that stay up till sunrise. So I could like go and party with them, but still be like very sober and really in my body. And it was amazing, the difference. And all these plants were like nourishing my body. And then over time, I made one that was like chill the fuck out, love potion. This is like a cheeky pick me up potion. And it's just like, I've just been really playful and created these beautiful blends. Honestly, they changed my life. I wake up in the morning, I make a potion, I put intentions into like, almost like a cauldron. I channel that playfulness, witchy energy, and then I give myself something that is like so nourishing and full of like love. And it's almost like a meditation. And it was really good for me transitioning, going into like, I guess when I rebuilt my life, going back into my old life, I guess you could say, like still managing to party and go to festivals, but not getting fucked basically. And just dancing, but being present. And it was a whole experience of music for me after that. Look at that. So all of them prayers or affirmations are now in this cup of tea. And this will just wake you up really gently in the afternoon. Better than a coffee, way better than a coffee. It's a really good thing to transition if you're trying to have less caffeine in your life. Yeah, lots of people that are transitioning off of, I meet people all the time that say, I want less caffeine. This is really good substitute. And also it's just packed with, especially with the medicinal mushrooms and the ashwagandha, like, oh my God, absolute like mood balancer. Cheers. So medicinal mushrooms, for those that don't know, mushrooms are amazing. Like they're so amazing. And now there's more and more research being pumped into them. The way that they can they last through seasons and kind of communicate, they almost are like a species within themselves. And they, in Chinese medicine, they've been using them for like maybe thousands of years, I'm going to say, but definitely hundreds of years. And what they do is like, they're not magic at all, medicinal mushrooms. So they don't do anything like that. They really nourish your body. They can help against aging. They can help against radiation. They can help against some diseases, kind of all these things kind of help your brain come more into balance. They're just absolutely amazing. And that's why now people are really talking about medicinal mushrooms, because they can take your health to the next level. And if you can kind of incorporate more medicinal mushrooms into your diet, that's great. You usually have to have them in a powder. I always put them in potions, and I usually go with reishi or chaga mushroom. They're the kind of most popular. But yeah, reishi has been known for many years of like being the mushroom of immortality. So it actually makes you look younger, is what they say as you take them. So there we go.